All right then, welcome everybody to the stream for the evening. Yeah, if we want to go to, I'm going Frostbluff anyway, so I don't see why not. We can just sort of pop over. I will want to get the other stuff done first though, just to make sure I get my 10 done for the day, because the play can take a little while. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, let's get into things. Hopefully all this works. There's something else I want to have a look at today as well. I haven't had a chance to look at it, but I did get a notification about it. Is about an hour ago, there was a Reninia has put out a producer's letter, and from what I heard or saw from a post on Reddit is that they're actually going to be like quarterly, so sort of the next 3 months and the next 3 months and the next 3 months. So that's actually really interesting. The idea of sort of having a bit more know-how of what's coming up in the immediate future rather than just like sometime in the next year. Let me go fix my stuff, but I'm doing all right. I'm now poor, essentially. I spent quite a lot of Lotro points yesterday. I now have one crafting thing for every single one of my characters. Not every single one of them, but every single crafter. So I have now a carry-all for all my wood and all my, scholar items, and it's not that I've hidden it inside, it's just I can stay in one spot and I can access everything. So I can just kind of more AFK and just press make all on stuff. That's kind of the way I've done it. But yeah. I guess one thing I could start doing now is getting my tailor on here up, because I could then start tailoring my own stuff. Especially if I'm moving, hides to and from. I like the fireplace. Oh, the fireplace that you, I assume, put in the kinship house. Yes. I do actually have, I think, a Yule thing that I was talking about. Oh, no, it was a mosaic. I actually want to have a look at what that looks like. I did also get the pink fungal grass. I'm not sure, however, that that's quite the aesthetic I'm planning on. Oh, this is the same person that has lava as their floor. So I don't know. But yeah, we'll do that, and then I might try and farm up some traceries today. I didn't have much luck, and also, you got into a plate? Nice, nice. Also might see if I can get some Gundabad Skarn. Actually, let's go have a look now. I think I have enough for 2 at the moment. Went as Gandalf. Fair play. Let me just go crafting resources. Yeah. Gundabad Skarn, 600. That's quite expensive. Let's do that real quick. I just want to look at Skarn at the best buyout ratio. 500. Or I can get 500 for, like, what is the same equivalent. But I can crit the others. That's the issue. Anyway, yeah, possibly have a look at, like, what this painting looks like. It's going to be the same painting as the one I thought it was. Yeah. Put that there. That seems nice enough. I actually really like this. I think it fits quite nicely on the wall. Actually. So, kind of nice. I do need to really do some new stuff in my house. It's kind of all over the place, but it's more function over form, if anything. It's, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I will make my way to the Frostbluff area. Hopefully, I can get enough days in that we can still get... I need like 12 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, if I do it every day up till the 27th, then should be good. Winterhome. I actually, maybe I'm just impatient, but I like to just do my 10 and then get out of there. Not gonna lie. It's kind of like my main thing. I just pick up these and then Spirit of Yule, all this. But yeah, in a minute, I want to have a quick, brief look at this producer's letter because, well, it's good to know what's coming up. I will get this done first. Is my game just really quiet, or... I mean, it is quiet because I've turned it down here. Is my music just louder than it should be? I don't know. Their voices are quiet, that's the only thing. I think everything else, like the fireworks I can hear. Either way. Not a huge problem. And yeah, then we'll just do a couple things. Because yeah, now that we can actually kind of farm for stuff, essentially, because I'm 140, and we don't have to worry about that. We might also jump on Palpatine, finish off some Gundabad, maybe, because I'm 138 on there now, I think. All right. So 137. Okay. So maybe we'll see how that goes. But I also spent a bit of time on my mini. I've actually finally got him his legendary items. I unfortunately don't have enough ancient scripts to get everything I wanted. Not a huge problem, but if I, you know, if I end up getting a load of like these that I want to get rid of, I can chuck them and then I can just, yeah, I can get rid of them and then I can just get a few ancient scripts extra and afford something a little bit, yeah, better, I guess. In the play, how do you throw those style things? You have to, I assume, if I remember correctly, just you click the item in your inventory while selecting someone. I'm pretty sure. I also need to come do this on Faerend again. I need to get deeds done. It's the only quest that I don't know off by heart because it's you only get to do it once. Also, it's a really weird thing. It's going to sound worse than it is. I feel like my vision's like really not blurry today. I just feel like I can't focus on specific stuff today. It's really weird. Like, I can't stare at a screen and just be like, I don't know. Am I drunk? No, I certainly am not. If I were, I'd be like, oh yeah, no, but that would make sense. Yeah, it's weird. Like, I can tell what stuff is, but I think if I were playing a game that I don't know where, like, every button is, I might, or certainly know what all the quests are, I might have a little bit of a harder time. Yeah. And then I can be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Alright, now, my least favorite person in this entire festival area. I don't have enough quest slots. Oh, that's not what I'm after. Let's just get rid of some more Three Peaks stuff because we don't need those. I'll watch you. We might not even be in the same layer. Oh, there you are. I was like, how is there someone there? It's Frodo Baggins. Oh, you're making other people jump now. Throw rotten fruit at Lindral. Well, I don't have any of the things to throw at you. Hey, it's because you did the wrong emote. I'm sorry. You know, I need that deed, you know? I wonder if I could just get, like, enough alt accounts where you could just farm this. You know? It's one of those awkward things of having to... Like, you get the deed completion and stuff, and that's what I want, right? But there's multiple tiers, so you gotta be here a while. Because you spend 5, and then it gives you 10, and I assume 10 is then the next tier, and then it probably gives you, like, 15 or something. I should be at 3, because I meant to throw one at Lindral, but, you know, it was a bit too slow. Right. Off I go. You have to read the thing. Right. I'm pretty sure there's a thing that tells you, like, what to do. Hey, hey, how are we?
Hello, friend. Could you help me with
Try and make sure we pick all these up properly. Let's go find Bill Hyde. And also, whilst I'm around here and I have 2 slots available, let's go down here. Which I have to do anyway. And finish this quest. And we'll pick the Accident Snowman. Since it's the easiest one to make. Yeah, luckily, I kind of just, as I said, know what I'm doing. So I can kind of just go from A to B to C to D. And I know, like, I don't need my quests up here, which is good because I can't seemingly focus today on specific parts of my screen, which is just kind of awkward. But yeah. It's interesting. Oh, also... Am I right in thinking I can reforge my weapons? I can. Ooh, that's another thing. My weapons can be reforged to 470 now, from what I understand, is what I read. So I want to have a little comparison there. Spend all my money again. I should probably just, like, focus on these ones. Bow and sword, right? Oh, wasn't I going to rename them? I'm not going to reforge them. I was going to rename them to a different name. I remember this now. So let's not worry about that. I try to remember everybody's names. I do recognize the username. That's for sure. I might be going crazy. Is the volume fine, like the game and stuff? Because I feel like everything's really quiet. I don't know if I'm just, like, going crazy. I think I am. What's new, but you know. Yeah. I might be just going crazy. But... Oh, actually, what is this? 20% virtue experience. I should really go for virtue experience today, shouldn't I? I wonder if that... I mean, it should count for that instance, right? Let's go and maybe give that a shot at some point. We can actually start doing LFF stuff now. If we kind of know what we're doing a little bit. Because we've got Is it the 6-man out? Yeah, 6-man is now out, and I kind of want to make sure that I learn that and can take part, because I don't know, want to be productive. Do I have to wait for it to reappear? Really? Really? Why would you do this to me, game? Very insulting. Yeah, we'll get these done. As I said, we will have a look at the producer's letter, and then I might jump on like Feyrand and do this, and then go farm up some heraldries and stuff, or traceries, hopefully. So far, in the time that I did it last stream, at the end of last stream, I wasn't able to get any teals at the end. I was only getting armor. I don't know if that's just pure unluckiness on my side, or if it's just a general thing where that happens. So we'll have to see. I don't know if they've just got like changed it basically where you don't get teals at the end of school. I tried looking through previous, like the last 2 or 3 patch notes. It didn't say anything about it. So I don't quite know what's going on there. But I guess we'll have to kind of see. Did I pick up the Snow Beasts one? Abominable Snow Beasts? Yeah, cool. Do I have 2 black or white dyes? I'm pretty sure I gave you a bunch of dyes, black ones. I can go craft some in a little bit, though, if you need any more. I don't know about white dyes, though. Yeah, so the free-to-play account took a little bit of a break just because of the free code thing, and it also affected the... because it affected the price of the expansions, I wanted to wait until the expansions were back to full price, kind of counterproductively, because that way, not only is it more representative of every other time someone else might do that, and maybe want to use that as a kind of guide, but it also means that I'm able to get the extra 2 character slots and the extra 2 classes, which I didn't get with the 99 Lotro point variant. So it's kind of a weird reason to do it, I guess, but that's why I did it. So we will be getting back to it. My plan is I want to finish off editing the next video of it, and then that night, release the video, and then do the next free-to-play stream after that video releases. So as like a, just kind of as a little bit weird, kind of a celebration, I guess, in a way. Because if I can get like one more, I think it's 1 or 2 more runs, and if I basically release video, go, oh, I'm streaming, and then do a run, and then unlock Moria, I think that would be pretty good. But white dyes. How do you make white dye? Chunk of lime, pile of dry salts. I have all the materials. It's whether or not I have the recipe. You bought them? Oh. I could have crafted you some, but okay. I hope they weren't too expensive. Wish I could... I know I can filter it out, but I wish I could just make it... I could have done it for free. Nah, it doesn't really matter. Where's Lindral then? Where you at, Lindral? What was that other thing you got? Was that a ring? Or a necklace? The one you sent me a picture of before. Is that was that shoulders, maybe? I think it might have been the shoulders then. Possibly. Anyway. Alright. Snow Beast, where are you? Let's come wake you up. Or something. I don't know. The lag is certainly not helping. There we are, and it clicked off. Normally that's a lot quicker. For some reason, the quest was lagging in the log and made it look a little bit weird. Or work a little bit weirdly. I don't know. Either way, no big deal. Yeah, I think it just kind of, as I stopped streaming as much and people sort of filtered out, I think it's just one of those things. I'd like to do something more with it. It's just I need to be more active and doing stuff with it, you know? So I guess it's partially my fault, but... when I wasn't, like, doing a lot of end game content or, like, even group content, I just think sometimes people are looking for that and want something a bit more stable for it, which I don't blame anybody for. I'd like to do a little bit of a revamp for it. White is grey. Yeah, that's why you check things, right? Check what it's like washed. I don't know what the item is, but... this one, the Garlic worthy dress. I'm guessing. Oh. That's not great. It kind of is, actually. Yeah. This is where I can get one of my favorite dyes, though, in this area. I think it's because you see it better from behind. On the front, it's not so bad. My favorite dye is Moria Silver. Or at least not my favorite dye, but the dye I wanted to use for Feyran's outfit. Because I had a plan for Feyran's outfit, and then I never ended up getting it. And, well, yeah. And never worked out, did it? So, with this, we should have...
Greetings, friend. How can I be of
all 10 of our quests done. We're actually, I think, 11 or potentially 12 now, technically. And we can also finish this one. So actually, if we do 12 in a day, it's only 10 days then. Rather than it taking 12 days. So that's not so bad, actually. Why did you have to run off? Ted Ives? I'm going to be waiting for him now.
Greetings.
Going to be waiting for Ted to show up, do his thing, and also this guy. And yourself. You probably haven't done this quest because you haven't done the other quests. I think you have to give the tokens before you unlock the quest to shoo them away. I actually don't know. How'd you only do 8 or 9? It's so easy. You gotta do the snowman quest. I will point to you where all the quests you can get are. So you get 2 from Guard Pemba. One is to do the cheer for the snow beast. One is to shoo away the 5 homeless people, and you get 5 tokens for that. Actually 4, I lie. So those are fun. You also then get from Mara Sandy Downs, you actually get what quest was it? A mission to bring good cheer, which is do a mission, get Yule tokens for 5 tokens, which is pretty good. Then you get, I think, Carolyn Goodnow. Yeah, that because the reason is because you haven't unlocked it. So what you've got to do is the quest. You have to do the quest where you give the 5 tokens away, and then you unlock the quest from him to shoo them away. If you haven't done it before, I'm pretty sure you have to give your 5 tokens away first. But you were so against that you didn't want to do it. Then you've got 4 quests. 4 quests from these guys. So that's fun. And then down here, you have this guy, Virgil, who will try to make you make one of the snowmen, and then if you make one of each of them, so it takes 5 days, you get a deed, which gives you something. It gives you a snowman to put in your thing, whatever it's called. A broken snowman and a gatherer of cool company. And then after that, you just unlock it where you can just only have to do... Yeah, you only have to do the broken one, which is a bit of coal and some sticks, and it's super easy. And then you can just go do the Owner K stuff. Anyway, I've got a mission to do, which means I'm going to have to probably leave the Fellowship, unless you want to come do a mission with me. What do I even get from this store thing? Armor, carrot nose. That's what you've got. I don't know if you bought that or if you just actually got it. Means you did the things, which I know you told me that you did, but... Oh, you get a tracery token legendary. Oh, actually, that's really kind of cool. So you have to do that across like 10 days then, I assume. And then you get a like a legendary tracery thing. That's really interesting. And you also get a shard box. Yeah, because you're not 140. That's why, I'm guessing. Anyway.
Greetings, friend.
Off to Thorin's Gate I go. What happens when you don't level up? Do you like how I'm more than double your health at the moment as well? Isn't that really fun?
Will you stay and speak with me a moment? I am at your service.
Ish. You'd be 264 or 464. I'm 481. I mean, sure, but are you a hunter? Or are you a different class? That's the big question. Exactly. I don't even like any of these missions. That's what you said last time. I remember you saying that when I was in Minas Morgul, which is the thing I never did. So I should go do a mission, and then I will. I'm gonna go Morgul, which is I forgot. This is a really interesting thing. So someone's done. There's this thing. I don't know if it's only on Laurelin. I can never say that server name right. But Yeah, it seems to be Laurelin only, but it'd be really interesting to have something for like Evernight. Casual instance run network. Just a Discord server for people that want to do group stuff.
How can I be of service?
Interesting idea. Yeah, either because it's one of two reasons. Either because I did Trestle Bridge and they don't. I'm pretty sure Trestle Bridge doesn't allow for multiple people, or secondly, and somewhat more likely, is because we're so different levels. Because there's over that 7 level instance, like difference, I think. Or is that 10 levels? Maybe, I don't know. I guess that wouldn't work then. Either way, that's all I needed to do to complete a mission. And I'm pretty sure there aren't 140 earrings now, right? Yeah, there's no 140s. It's weird that they wouldn't update that. It's weird how I can go from Trestle Bridge to Trestle Bridge. Odd. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it. I think I did, but just in case. I've actually been getting into my minstrel a bit better. Like, I'm actually learning him properly. Mostly Redline, because there seems to be not a lot of Redline stuff out there. Blue Line I sort of understand because you're not attacking enemies. So I kind of, like, there's a bit more, I don't know, fluidity to it in a sense, because you're basing off of what the other people in your group is doing. But yeah, I've been kind of getting into it. It's kind of interesting.
Greetings, friend.
Hey, do you know what we should do, Ghost? Should do Gundabad together. Renaborn and Lindrel. Because Renaborn's only 130. And I know what I'm doing in the area. And I still need to also level him up. It'd be great because it would be like mother and son bonding, right?
Hello there.
Hello there. I got 50 tokens though in one day. That's not bad. That 40 times. Yikes. Let's have a look then, right? Renaborn, one. You have to do 120 quests to unlock it. Yule quests. That's why I'm saying I've got to do at least 12 quests in 10 days, or for 10 days, or 10 quests for 12 days. That's why I said up to Like the 27th or whatever. I want to find a fun sword name. Okay, so in order for us to do this, you're going to have to go to the place you're scared of. Oh, I got some enhancement runes. That's kind of fancy. I'm going to wait till I'm 131. You are going to have to go to Gundabad. It's on one person. So you have to do it over multiple different characters. So if you go, the best way to do it is go to like, yeah. So we can skip ahead. What you need to do is you need to go to the mission area. You know where how to get to the mission area for this? Do you know? Okay, best way to do it. Go to your house. No, sorry, not to your house. Go from the you're in Frostbluff, right? You're in the festival area. You're in Bree. Okay. So, you know where the mission stable master is for Bree? This one, the blue one, the war effort stable master south of you. Go there. And talk to the stable master. And go to the one that says Anak Kerfu. And it should say War of Three Peaks. And that should take you right to me.
We are so near to achieving our goal.
And then we're good. Did I... It was 5.1... Blood of Azog. Many masters. Yeah, okay. Gonna make Ghost do content. Yep. I have Houses of Lamentation stuff. Yikes. Should probably get rid of all those. Yeah, but that'll take you not to the quests. Like, you can go to the Gundabad mission area, but not actually to the questing, which is where we want to go to. Okay. So talk to Durin. And pick up the quest Many Masters. And it'll teleport you to over here. And hopefully we're together. Hey, look at that. So I'm hoping that we can kind of just do quests. Like, I can just do the quests and you don't have to chat to anybody. But I don't know how that works fully. Really, you just gotta read the stuff, and then hopefully we just sort of quest at the same time. And then look at it this way, you'll always be a higher level than me, because we're more than likely going to get the same experience. And you're 131 and I'm 130. So you should have more experience than me. Overall.
I hope you and my apprentice were careful with these.
We'll have to wait for you first. You know, takes its time and all that. I'll try and not rush too far ahead, so you can keep up. Let's talk to Starly. before he evolves into Staravia. Get it? Huh? Ha ha. Ha. Ha 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 ha.
There you are.
Now you finish.
Please, will you understand?
And then if you want to open up these tracery rare things, you can. But just be careful. Only overwrite ones that you've already got, if that makes sense. Like, if you haven't got it equipped to your bow at the moment, don't overwrite it because we made your bow specifically a certain way, right? So.
I find myself in agreement with the Karumugnar.
We can do it later. You will eventually need to upgrade them. And your weapon. Actually, in fact, did you pick up... Okay, so just make sure that you... We might need to pick up the subscriber buff at some point, but that's fine. If you've got your town services, just go to your Reforge. And make sure you reforge your weapon if you haven't already. Just to increase your damage. Won't add a slot or anything, but yeah. Because... Yeah, okay, cool. So that should, yeah, just increase your overall damage output. You never know, you might do more damage than I do at the minute. I'm just going to complete...
I doubt not that my Longbeards and Ingor Shelruka will break through
Travel now to the gates of Gundabad. I'm hoping that we can kind of just,
together the
you know,
dwells of the Kabila
quest together. It should be fine. Let's see why not.
our passage into Gundabad.
If it said this is a solo quest that you cannot complete, or you must be completed by yourself, or whatever. You're missing something? Have you talked to the 3 dwarves and given them their tools? Have you picked up the barrel of tools? And given them to the three dwarves? There you go then. So you gotta read. How'd you get the new legendary weapons? So you've got to go to Rivendell, and then you go to the last homely house, and then to the second floor. So or the first floor. You got ground floor, first floor. Go up to the first floor on the left-hand side, up the like slope, and to the side, and it will be there's a door. And there you can buy your new legendary weapons and also reforge your weapons and buy the heraldries, traceries, words of power, etc. No, you don't want Bloody Threshold. That's the raid. You're on the quest that I've got. There is a barrel of... To like, if you're facing the middle of the room, to your right, there's a barrel of pickaxes. You have to pick up that barrel. And then you got to talk to 3 dwarves, and then you've got to go talk to Ingor, and then you got to come over here, and then you're right there.
Let us see the
Sorted.
progress of the Kabila Khan.
And then the good thing about these new legendary weapons, if you didn't know, is you can just, instead of having to get a new one every 5 levels or whatever, you just reforge it at, you know, 51, 56, 61, you know, incremental 5 levels sort of thing.
Aye, they will soon be upon us. Let us
Well, the difference is that I've obviously done this, so I know where I'm going and what I'm doing compared to yourself. Like, I know over here we've got these guys, you know, for example.
I think. That's far enough, villain. One more step.
Let's pick up this quest.
Slain.
Yeah, man, I might complete it.
To command me.
I am Ingor, son
I should be alright, because I'm at 1.1 million physical mastery, and that's roughly where I'm at right now at 140. So hopefully my legendary weapons hold out. Especially with the DPS increase that comes at 131. I'm going to be strong. I'm glad to have you back. I'm also glad to be streaming. Like, it's, I've been really, unfortunately, very, inconsistent. But hopefully, I wanna do better. Kind of annoying how little I get to stream nowadays. Feel unproductive.
I am Ruveran, and I say to you this. You
I wish this guy would just stop chatting and just do.
The masters of Gundabad are
The only problem with this is Lindral's going to go up in morale, and then my plan to one-shot Lindral with my burglar is just going to go down the drain. I can currently, under ideal circumstances, one-shot Palpadol. So that's fun.
Gorgar did not gift you his best orcs, Ruveran.
I have loyal
Yeah.
servants enough to deal with the like of you.
Spar in a minute, Ghost. You want to spar? On my character I haven't played in ages. Do I have... Yeah, bracing attack is now a percentage, so that's kind of good.
See if he returns. Let us see how the work progresses.
I'm a sprint away from you. Wahahaha. Actually might look into potentially redoing my weapon, especially if I'm getting new traceries. I don't actually know Yellow Champion's best thing. I just kind of converted as much as I could, but I don't even think I did fully what I'm supposed to. Might be going two-handed potentially. Interesting. I guess we'll see how that goes. The good thing, as I said, is we're going to get a load of 131 traceries. So. Look where we are.
I will need your help and that of every Longbeard to reclaim what is ours.
Oh no. Damn it. Yeah, we'll be picking up a couple of the 131 traceries, a couple of, like these things. I don't know.
At last, I set foot within the mountain home.
In fact, something I want to just real quick try. Oh my god, the lag. Why is Gundabad so bad for lag? It's terrible. Like, I thought they sorted this. Okay. I want to try Swing Ghost. Oh, but I can't do it. Okay, we'll have to try it later. We just want to pick up a couple quests to get that extra experience. Because the problem is we'll be under-leveled for... I wanted to try a 131 instance, but I can't do it because I'm not 131, so... You know. Sad times all around. So if you've got your current legendary weapons, if you go into your legendary items here, you can click appraise item and it will give you kind of a booster to start to get like equivalent to you. I'm not sure how to share quest. How do you share quests? If not, you get it from deconstructing, like, you know, traceries that you obtain throughout the game. Through questing and what have you. I don't know if you've done all 6 or not. Or if you get, like, the 4 out of 6 that I'm on. Okay. Well, just check where your quest line is. Go there. Oh, my arm. It's killing me. I'll just wait for you to finish. I'll try and stick to the main quests, but we'll pick up a couple. The problem is when I pick up something, you don't know what I've picked up.
Yes.
But I know we're going to struggle otherwise. Have you got them all? Missing one. Well, where is it on the map? There's one here. There's one at the quartermaster. There's one with this guy. There's one up to Varmath up here. If you haven't been up here. Got it. Okay, cool.
Onward to the expedition.
So now you'll see some new rings, some fancy new ring that you can have. So that ring should be better, I think, than what you've got, for example. So that's a nice big upgrade to your like Bilbo ring, you know? Even though you do lose some physical mastery. But you gain like a decent chunk of damage and morale. So. And I get something out of that. I don't actually know. I'll switch out for my Bilbo ring. It's not worth it. Okay.
Yes, Durin's folk shall endure, as we always have.
Then up here. So this is just mostly a way of you getting extra quests to accept, but I don't think it's worth us worrying about those for the moment. Just because it's fine.
Gundabad will be ours once more.
Just an easy extra quest for you. And also an easy upgrade to, you know, quite a significant bit more crit and morale and just overall damage. My crit should now still be at 30%, yeah. You got it? This is a real test of if ghosts can read quests. The gold. Wait, what? I don't know what the things were, but the one in the middle reward with the agility on it. There you go. So you want to switch that one out for your Bilbo ring. It just overall... Actually, no. Switch out for your Hero's ring, sorry. It's just going to be better for you. Especially since the Bilbo ring is 130. That's 120. That should put you up a bit more morale to 42. So it's like quite a decent chunk, right? But for the most part, unless there's kind of an easy upgrade, we will try to stick to Epic for a bit. Because I think once I get you into it a little bit, you'll, you know, understand where it's going. And then you can sort of, once you've started... Like, I could be wrong. I feel like once you're started, you're more likely to carry on than me just telling you, do it, you know? So now we've got to kill a bunch of stuff. Well, hey. It all goes so fast. What goes so fast? So you have to unequip both your previous legendary weapons first. It's so that you can't like double down on like traceries and legacies. So you couldn't have like a Heartseeker damage plus a Heartseeker damage on your like sword. Because you can put traceries on any, there's no like, it's not like with the old system where you could only have certain herald like tracery legacy, sorry, on like certain weapons. Now you can have it on any. So what people have been doing is having like swap out like weapons, like single target and AoE stuff on like their bow, let's say, or their sword rather, and the bow stays like mostly the same. So you only have like 3 weapons rather than anything else. Which is what I'll probably do for this, because I think I'm going to be going for a 2-handed from the looks of things after this. So I'll have 3 weapons. Also means I don't have to deal with my offhand, which is kind of nice, I guess. It's nice to have the backup from Lindral. Good thing as well is hopefully us both doing this will both get quite a lot of resources. Certainly the hides. And then although I have a lot of hides already, we can just both have those. I'll sort of pull them into one thing and can I share this quest? Make sure you pick up this quest that's just there, by the way. Have you picked it up, Ghost? I need you to pick up that quest. Can you pick up that quest? Okay, thanks. There's no quest. There should be a quest on the side of your window. Evening though, how are we doing? There we go. Told you there was a quest. You need to definitely keep an eye on those because you don't have them. Actually, I don't have it this way anymore, but like I normally have them auto accept. No, there's no bridles or anything with the new system. In fact, the old ones are just completely useless. So I recently got a character. You should probably accept those if they're all the introduction ones, because otherwise you're going to miss out on a bunch of quests, like location-y ones. Should probably sort that out. But yeah, for example, I just got a bridle of the 3rd age, and I literally can't identify it. I can't equip it. No, nothing. Doesn't work. I couldn't live with all the quests being there. That would just hurt too much. So cave beasts, that's going to be kind of annoying. They're like the worst out of all of them. And a couple more bat perches and we are done. There we are. How many more? 2 more right here. Easy peasy. $131's going to be fun, like when I actually get to it. In fact, I might even double my experience up to 131 just to maximize my kind of leveling situation. If I can get 500,000 morale experience from a quest, then really about 10, 11 quests away from leveling up. How much more do you need to do for this bat one, Ghost? Because we were out of sync. So yeah. Okay. Done. Awesome. Yeah, that's why we need to make sure we both accept them at the same time, because the reason I was trying to get you to do that is because I was killing like 3 enemies ahead of you. And clearly like 2 of the things ahead of you as well. So, just doesn't work in our favor, ultimately. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just had to do something. Okay, we don't want to kill those. We want to find these cave beasts. And more specifically, we probably want to go back this way for this pile of debris that we're supposed to be finding. Yeah, once we get to 131, I'm interested to see if we can do school, like, together. Because that would be fun. Since there's 2 of us, should be fine. And we can also both get traceries then, hopefully. You never know, if you get 131 necklace or earring or whatever, it might be better than what you have. We're not actively going out of our way to kill anything here. Just gonna run through. Do what we need to do. I'm gonna pick up one of my carryalls. Yeah, it's a cave beast. Perfect. My shared storage just does not want to work. Nice. Come on. Don't tell me Gundabad is having lag problems. There we go. One of these, that's what I need in it. I think this will have... Come on. It's kind of ridiculous. Fine, I give up. I quit. I don't bother. Fine, there it is. Cool. I feel like these Dwarfmate treasures should I guess because they're bound to character, that might be why. If they're bound to character, I feel like they should be premium wallet stuff. In my opinion. If not, it should just go into my inventory. Or into my carryall. Hey, it's another cave beast. I don't know why I didn't continue going this way the first time. Kind of redundant of me. Because hopefully we can just find another cave claw. Not cave claw. Cave beast. That's the one I'm looking for. Let's see if we can go find one. Found it. This is a good duo situation because we both, like, you've got ranged, I've got melee. So you kind of can just stay to the side. You don't have to worry about running in head first or anything like that. And then I can just be the one that kind of somewhat tanks it, I guess. And then we both have our own heals. If you remember which one yours is. I guess we'll see. But also, because you're going to be further away, you shouldn't be attacked, really. Blood arrow. Blood arrow. Should be like number 5 on your slot.
Gundabad is not won yet. The princess charged me with sending dwarves to scout the further reaches of Matukar.
Okay. So now, if you have a goat, which you should hopefully have, this will be a lot easier. Good. I was going to say, if you don't have a goat, this is going to take a while, because we can't use our horses. Sad times all around. That's for sure. I do feel quite weak, though. I don't know if it's just because I'm... It shouldn't be, like, I'm what they kind of expect to go in here. Like, I finished the main quest, and then I've gone in and at 1:30, like, fresh in. My gear's good. I just feel weak, but I'm not actually weak, because I'm, like, 200%, 30%, you know, I'm pretty much the best I can do. But maybe it's because I'm used to the damage I'm doing at 140. Probably what it is. These guys just not aggroing, or it's just really delayed because of the light. I think it's just really delayed. Maybe it's Maybelline. True. I think what we'll do though is we're gonna get here. Isn't there a... Oh no, there's a bounty for him, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I forgot the thing I wanted to do, and I just remembered it. We'll do it in a second, maybe once we get over here. I want to go have a look at this producer's letter and see if it says anything about this the sort of time, the reward track or whatever. It's like the only thing I know. Yeah, Reninia's done a new producer's letter, and from my understanding, the idea is now that they're going to be doing... So Reninia's going to be doing them, and it's going to be like quarterly. So instead of... Oh, make sure you pick up that quest on the side if you haven't already, remember. Yeah, Reninia's going to be doing one at, like, for every quarter of the year. So, like, January, February, March, and then April, May, etc. Which will be good, because then it's going to be more like, I guess more like we know what's going on immediately. Rather than just like, oh, that's happening sometime in the year. It's more like an immediate, like, in the immediate future type thing. It's really awkward both doing it at the same time because it doesn't let you both do it at the same time. Either that was this lag, which I thought they fixed, but clearly not. You don't actually have to shoot those. They won't aggro. The only things that'll aggro are the defenders and the queens. But yeah, hopefully it'll be useful. But I'm worried if that's like January, February, March, that it's going to be like, if the reward track is in there, it's going to be like February until it's out, which is just like, what, 3 months or so, like after it was supposed to, which is kind of just an insane delay. I haven't looked at it yet, so I as I said, I don't know. I only know it's going to be quarterly because of someone posted on Reddit, and the title was something about quarterly things. That's the only thing. Only reason I know. What was it? Yeah, we're getting quarterly producers letters. Thank you, Reninia. So in a minute we'll have a little peek. I just wanted to make sure Ghost got into Gundabad. I feel like Gundabad is a big scary area that Lynjar might not want to go into. So here we are. More experience. Hopefully I'm 131 soon. It's my main hope. Missing one. You're gonna just have to press delete a lot, or at least look on your map and use that to direct yourself. Got it? Cool. Now to remember how to get out of here. That's not, but okay. It actually kind of is where we're supposed to go. I think at first I was a bit like confused about them, but I think as an overall thing, it is, in my opinion, easier than the old system. And also just has a lot more sort of, I guess, variety, and more like, not only can you choose more, like you can be like, I want this, and you don't have to like, you can just purchase it rather than having to be like, I've got to like be lucky, you know? But because they just level more, I've always said it's more true to how they marketed legendary items to start with, was like a weapon that levels with you. And that is what it is now, so. It certainly incentivizes me more to, incentivizes me more to make multiple weapons. I mean, they've already done that with, Hunter and stuff. I know they changed penetrating shots thing. I think they've done it twice now. There was something with penetrating shot where they changed the cooldown from 0 seconds to 1 second. I was like, no duh. Sounds obvious. I guess while we're here, I'm going to real quick have a look. It shouldn't take a second. I wanted to see the producer's letter. So, Reninia is taking over, writing these letters and keeping all abreast with what's going on in the game. These letters will be coming quarterly and they'll cover the next quarter. So today I'll be informing you what we're planning to do January through the end of March. Next time, which should be around March, I'll give a preview of what's coming between April through the end of June. We should just totally do a video and just read it, and then that'll be the whole video. Well, that looks cool. First big update of 2022, update 32, is expected mid-February, and we'll begin our celebration of our upcoming 15-year anniversary. We'll bring several things. Falls of Amgaraslan in the Cloven Gaps. Okay, so there's a 12-man raid. And also looks to be like an extra bit of Gundabad. Player housing in Erebor. Okay. I guess we'll see how that goes. 1 premium kinship house. So there's, what is there? 12 base premium houses, 1 special base premium house, 6 deluxe premium houses, and 1 premium kinship house. New neighborhood, Erebor, exterior music, and day file hook types to allow players even more customization options on their home. Okay, legendary item reward track. Each season of the reward track is planned to run for 3 months and then give the rewards based on your play that will help you progress your legendary items and a few other goodies as well. After each season, the rewards will refresh. You'll be able to progress anew. All your characters on the world will contribute to the reward track progress on that world, meaning that your main and alts will help towards that. So that's good. That means alts can work towards it. I wonder if you can do that with like alts below the legendary item level. Or if it's something that comes with. I guess if it's like heritage runes that goes towards it, then I guess not. But I also assume that means February. Mid-February. If it's coming with update 32. New area, the Angle of Mitheriel? Stretching south of the Troll Shores to the junction of the Brunnen and the Mithil River is a wild landscape of rocky hills and deep pine woods and a graveyard of ancient kingdoms. The ruins of elves and men alike crumble among the trees, and the rangers steal through the shadows of the trees ever watchful, carrying out secret assignments as the north grows more dangerous by the day. Level 40 to 45. Maybe a reason for me to go back to the Troll Shores. This looks pretty cool though. Update 32 will see the return of the Spring Festival, new pets and housing rewards. January 5th, Treebeard will be jumping into Moria. Shadowfax will continue progressing to Isengard. I know Anor is now in Grey Mountains. Shadowfax will enter the vast plains of Rohan on March 2nd. And then Anor, roughly around March, will be making its way to Minas Morgul. Or no, like in the next quarter. Performance and lag, making adjustments to classes, continue fixing and further refine the new legendary system. Okay. I'm a little bit about the fact it's going to be like February for the reward track. That kind of sucks a little bit, not gonna lie. Can we even go around this way? I think we can. Rhyolite. I wanted Rhyolite. There's 2 quests here. Make sure we pick them up, Ghost. There we are. Just one of those things. If we're going to be killing enemies, we may as well get rewards for doing so. But I guess it's fine, like with the reward track. It's better that it comes out like working, I guess, and not just super buggy. But it makes me wish that they didn't mention it beforehand. Like, I'm pretty sure they said it was going to be with Gundabad, and then they had to like delay it. If they had just said it will be coming in the future, hold on to your like legendary item stuff, I don't think it would have been as bad as it going, oh, it's delayed by like 3 months. But that's just my brief opinion on it. I don't know. Keep getting knocked out. I hate it. let's go find this mirror. Wherever it is. Because that's our main focus, is the mirror. Like, you had to... You decided that would be a good idea. Oh, that's kind of insulting that we have to go back to the place we jumped off. That's fun. Do. Okay. I wonder how my mini would ever do around here. Probably he's so weirdly geared. I guess now is actually the time I want to start playing him and gearing him properly because of the 20% virtue experience boost. So it would make sense if I wanted to sort him out. Now would be the time to do so. Why do I always do that? I always hold down my right mouse and then I accidentally click my left and then I interrupt myself. It's really annoying. It's really counterproductive. Oh, there's a mirror here. I am totally blind. That's what I get for looking at my other monitor. And down here. Already been done. Bam. Have these items that I can't even use. Okay. Find and search for the first possible troll horde. Oh wait, I think... Is it down here? I can't remember the way to get to it. But since we're here, it's very important. Let us go get ourselves... the stable master over here. And I don't know if these are quests that I particularly want to go for. I mean, they're relatively easy, right? But we'll stick with the epic for a bit. I'm going to be under-leveled by the end of it. We'll do a little bit. I didn't cancel the other quests. I just removed them from my tracker. It's only if we go back there, which we should at some point do. Don't want to cancel quests, just in case. I think we have to go down. Kind of annoying. It's probably the worst thing for me is trying to navigate this area. Having only been through it like a handful of times. This is my third time now. It's still relatively new to me. So yeah. Ah, yes. So I know where it is. It's just, yeah. They've given any updates about the engine update. I know they've were hiring more people. I think they said that was why. I don't think there's any been any like. I think if I remember correctly, there was more actual confirmation from an SSG side compared to just a Daybreak side. But I still think it's a ways out. It's not going to be like this year. That's for sure. Maybe next. I love being able to leave the areas I'm in. Nice. I get so frustrated with this game sometimes. Or at least Gundabad. Gundabad's kind of brought up the worst of it. Sometimes I can play it off and I can have a joke and be like, aha, I can't leave the area. That's when it happens like once or twice, but Gundabad is kind of just full of it, and it's just a little bit annoying. I like Gundabad. I just don't like the performance of the game in Gundabad. Like, I actually really enjoy Gundabad. There's quite a lot of stories I like. I like seeing the kind of more kind of normal side of we're just gonna go to the Mayor Grind place goes. I like seeing the like not all goblins are inherently evil and not all orcs are inherently evil, like that kind of thing. I guess in some cases would bring up like a nature versus nurture thing, right? But I like that story. I like the main story. It's just performance in the area, especially around immediate release, was just very frustrating. 160. Yeah, but you've got to remember, you make more than that from like a couple bits of trash items. You know? It will scale up. You will also make more money from just kills. Ultimately, like 169 is for 9 cracked lances, you know. It's not, you know, 252, 338. I've already made, like, if I were to sell my trash items, I can guarantee you I've probably already made over like I've minusing. I've got like 3 golds worth of trash items here, and we've had to do that once. So yeah, when you look at it that way, it's not bad. But you're looking at it from a point of view where you're spending 1 silver to get to Winterhome, and that's just so people can get there easily. And from a point of view of like, you haven't done endgame content for a while. You haven't even done War of Three Peaks, you know. So it slowly goes up. Where's the stable master to? Over here. You've done the start. But that's not at a point where you are going to be like stable mastering from A to B to C. You know, that's, you know, you just kind of have some very easy quests that are very much next to each other. So I think it's worth buying the epic bundle for Gundabad. I don't know if they're still doing it, but you I bought the ultimate edition and it gave me, because you were able to do like an upgrade feature thingy, and it ended up giving you 2 Valars. They actually gave out, I don't know if they still do it if you bought it now, but the ultimate bundle gives 2 Valars, I think, now, which is kind of crazy. I don't always do it for just the kind of stuff I get out of it. A lot of it is just being like, hey, this is my way to you know, support SSG. But let's have a look. Yeah, so for this one, you can upgrade from, let's say you bought the collector's edition, and then you wanted to upgrade to the ultimate later on, you can do that. Like, if you don't have all the money to spend on it now, but you want to get the expansion and get in there. I don't think it's too bad, actually, like, all things considered. Because, yeah, you get, for the Ultimate Bundle, you get, obviously, the content. For all of them, you get the Brawler and the character slot. You get, like, the toolkits that give you extra stuff, like your torch. That torch that I helped you get. Because it doesn't stop you attacking them, real good. Only for Gundabad. I have said I would love to see them go back and do that for old content, but there's kind of this awkwardness about who kind of is able to do it, because like SSG versus Turbine versus like whoever, like who has what rights and stuff. I don't think there's, I'm sure there's like, obviously SSG would know better than I, but I do wonder if there will be issues with that, because it's not Turbine selling it kind of thing, how that would work. Yeah, level boost to 130. Gundabad Mountain Warsteed, cosmetics. You get a die carryall. Ooh. Very, very impressive. Right, want to pick up the 2 quests here? It'd be so much easier, Ghost, if you just accepted all the other quests that were there. But you probably got like 10 introduction quests, you know? I bet you that's what they all are. And they won't leave until you do them. They tend to only do those on Black Friday. I mean, there is kind of the Yule Festival stuff, like the carryalls and stuff, but not for the expansions. They very rarely do, like, cash deals. They only ever really do deals when it comes to Lotro points, which to them cost nothing, obviously. So, probably not till next year. Unfortunately. Okay. Well, that's at least something then. As like Gundabad's good. I quite enjoy, like, not even quite enjoy. I do enjoy Gundabad. Gundabad is, in my opinion, a good expansion. I described it as Moria 2.0. Like, if they made Moria today, what they would do with it. And I like the areas. There's a couple things that I get annoyed by. Like, this map's still broken as far as I'm aware. This is broken. Though, again, that could be on my side. I'm not actually sure. And there is an issue with lag. Which kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. But, yeah. Gundabad's not only underground now. You go up to here. This is outside by Angmar. There's like 2 bits outside. Yeah, you got this area, and then you've got the Welkin Lofts. That's outside. I think that might be part of it, though, is the fact that technically, like, was it 5 out of 7 areas or something are all technically without loading screens in between. Having to potentially load all of that, at least, like, partially, could be problematic. Might not help with the lag, but I don't know. Something I meant to mention earlier, though, I started it and I realized I never finished it, is one advantage we've got for Lindral is you're going to be getting all these, you know, hides and stuff and shards potentially and whatever and what have you. And the idea would be that I can, over time, get the items, the crafting items, and then we should be able to craft you up your gear at 140. But by that time, there might be better stuff anyway, so we might not even have to worry. Anyway, make sure you grab the chest, by the way. Not so, I didn't mean advantage over Lindral. I'm just saying for Lindral. Like, I don't think Ghost would necessarily disagree. As much as Ghost wants to say that Lindral is immortal. I am at a point where I can one-shot Palpadol with my I can one-shot Palpadol with my burglar at this point, I think. Yeah, the you won't be able to. The only way you can do it is you can buy the standard edition by getting the expansion trove, but the only other way would be through Lotro points. They didn't even bring that back for Black Friday. I don't think they've got plans to ever really do that. I did say they should have done it for when Anor got to Mordor. Personally, because Anor is one of those things where it's like, you know, if people don't have the content, then maybe you go the legendary server. That way you can slowly work your way up rather than having like it all available. SSG did Mordor, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, SSG did Mordor because I got a letter about Mordor from SSG about it. As I said, I've been acknowledged by SSG, but I was never acknowledged by Turbine. There. For better or for worse. So they could do it if they wanted to. But that's, again, if they wanted to. It's like if Minas Morgul, or when Minas Morgul comes out in, like, I think it's March for Anor, I was like, they should just do a sale, like, even if it's like 50% off or whatever, so that those people keep paying for the VIP to be on the legendary servers to then do that, like, you know. I don't know officially. I'm just saying I don't know if there will be issues with that because it's technically a different company that, like, made it, even though SSG is essentially just Turbine. Like, I think most people that work at SSG came from Turbine, but I'm not sure, like, if they'd be able to allowed to sell it because they are a different company, even though they have the rights to Lotro and everything like that. I'm not clued up enough to know. But the fact they can sell the expansion trove means that, I mean, technically they should be fine, right? Come on.
Oh, I am sorry, my friend.
This is what I mean by lag. You know? Okay, so for this, we get a nice new earring, because they still haven't fixed this, where you can't choose the virtual experience. But for example, if we were to look at your jewelry, for example, see, this is also an advantage, Ghost, because you know how you want that helmet, right? You want that helmet, and it's like 7,000 motes or whatever, right? The really good thing here is, as you slowly, let's say you get this earring and you overwrite this earring, because you get like a 17,000 more physical mastery, and you get like double the vitality and double the agility. You can then deconstruct this for 200 motes. And then that way, you've just got this like increase in motes as you progress through Gundabad. However, I would suggest this overwrites this one for the more vitality, agility, physical mastery, and finesse. So I would get rid of the Morgul Reclaimer's gold earring personally once we get this quest. But it is up to you. You'll still get an earring upgrade at some point. I actually wonder if these earrings are better than mine, or how much better they are. I lose crit. But yeah, I'm better off. I'll switch out for my Onyx stud. Didn't actually gear up Reneborn that well, to be honest. I could have done better.
Rowan found you then. Very good.
Let's go.
The steep set has always been the high seat of the Lord of Gundabad. I would see it.
Clear the stairs leading to the steep set of foes. Yeah, so that one is just exactly the same as the previous. Technically, it's good, right? Because from my point of view, having owned all three, the Mordor one you had to choose like between agility, vitality, might. However, the other two just straight up give you all the stats, right? So tactical mastery, physical mastery, and will, agility, might, etc. Which doesn't mean anything really for what I get a little bit more crit from the agility, and I get a little bit more like tactical mitigation and resistance. But for a character like a Warden or a Bjorning, it's a lot better because you get physical mastery from both agility and might. It's nice to not have to choose all the time. And I mean, the experience goes up to 130 now. Before it drops off. So it's better than 105. So you just have a little bit more leeway for leveling up quicker. Yeah, so they've essentially replaced the Mordor one. Which sort of makes sense as well, because then it means there's less kind of want to have the Mordor earring, and less reason, I guess, for them to have to try and bring it back. The Ultimate Edition, at least. As nice as it would be. Finally have a throne. Too bad it's not yours, you know? Nah. Certainly not yours. Okay. I nearly picked the agility one. I don't want to do that. So pick the gold earring of the high seat. Because you still can't pick virtue experience. See? So dumb. I don't know why that's not fixed. Okay. So we're on 6.1 now. 133. I'm literally 60k away from 131, where we get our legendary item upgrade, which will be lovely. You want to switch that one for the Morgul one. Yeah, the uncommon. So I'm going to go get this Geode Hunter quest. Because it's real simple to complete, and hopefully this is what levels us up. Hey, there we are. So 131, and now we can reforge. I like to see before and afters, personally. That's one of my favorite things nowadays. And let's have a quick look. So same incoming healing, not too fussed about that. But our damage has gone up by about 500 minimum. We're like 700 DPS higher, essentially. So yeah, pick the round rock, and it just worked. Don't pick the other one. Okay, cool. Have you picked up the Stable Master Ghost? If not, just make sure you've done that. Just in case we need to come back here. Because we're now going to go to Imrek Guthlu. Imlek Guthlu. Should be the only one you have with I. Western Matugard. Still expensive. How much money do you have again, Ghost? More than I do, that's for sure. I just spent 30 gold on my weapons. You got given like 1,000 gold for doing nothing. I've got to work for my money. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. It's actually still more beneficial for me to farm Minas Ithil stuff. Because the experience is only... It's literally 6 experience difference between Minas Ithil and Gundabad. It's 100 and 106. Yet it's 10 times less money. And yes, I can get shards, but it's really not that worth it. Yeah, so I've been doing the Minas Ithil ones because it makes so much more money. At the cost of 6 experience. Even with the shards, I don't really care too much. So yeah, I do have money, just not on this character. How are you so bad at picking up quests? What does your quest say? I need to work out that you're on the same part as me. Find a teacher. Willing to instruct Erskil. So, okay, so we need to go talk to him then, over here. I don't play on Treebeard, no. I was kind of thinking of it, since it's about to go to Moria, then maybe it might be a time for me to, like, play. But I just don't have the time. I barely have time to play the game, let alone splitting myself over multiple servers at the minute, so it's just a bit difficult. Alright. Find a teacher. Is that what it says now, Ghost? Okay. Now I want to hear no complaints about the money situation, but we are going to go back to Maregrind. No, I'm not in a rush. That's the thing. I'm here to make sure that you actually make some progress. This is my third character to come through it, so yeah, makes no difference to me. I think the issue is if you don't start it, you'll never start it. Whereas if I get you a little bit through it, you're more in, like, potentially gonna continue. Let's spend more money. Let's go back to Imrek Guthlu.
Yes.
Imrek Guthlu. This is why we should do the all quests thing, and then that way you can just follow along to every quest. That's the idea. I might do that at some point. I will do that at some point. I just need to get around to it. Rohan's kind of a weird one because mounted combat sucks. But it's really beneficial to do all the quests starting from what's it called? Wherever the Meduseld is. Edoras? Yeah. Because they give you trait points if you complete the quest chains. So you can get like an extra 5 trait points. Which you need those to max out all your trait points.
Trousty has agreed to teach me what he knows of combat.
And then back we go. This is how you spend all your money in the game. You're gonna be ruined. I have 1 gold go. Two, just under 3 gold. How do you think I feel? I don't think they were when they released mounted combat. I'm gonna be honest. No, I'll be fine for money. Okay, so don't sign the contract. Make sure you don't sign the contract. Bad idea. So actually I have 131 tracery out of these. I might go try and use those. Just because if it is like something that I use, then I can upgrade, right? I don't think Devastating Strike is a thing I use. So let's deconstruct it. Oh, yeah. And back we go again to Imbrek Guthru. That one. I've actually been playing my Burglar more than pretty much any other character. Certainly off stream as well. It's really fun. Burglar is so fun. The only issue is when you play the character, like, so you don't have all the slots available straight away. They unlock periodically. And you only get, like, start having a lot of them until, like, level 100. So it's a bit of a pain. Hey, hey, welcome, welcome. Hey, rubber banding. We love it. Yeah, Burglar's been real fun. I've got him up to level 88 at the minute. My goal is by Christmas, I'd like to have him up to level 100. Certainly by the end of the year, I'd like to have him at a level 100. I think that's kind of a decent goal for myself. And then that way I can kind of start... I guess technically 101 would be my goal. And I can start pushing towards... you know, 130. Whoa, what just happened? That's really abrupt and terrible that it would do that. Why? Why do that? It's so dumb. Yikes. I just realized I'm over 300k morale now. That's nice. Maybe. It's more just the fact that we weren't in a layer. It did that to me before, where it kind of just jumps back. Yeah, I can, if I do proper, like, stealth setups and stuff, I'm pretty much one-shotting most enemies now. And I'm not even, like... even in a perfect, like, place with my legendaries right now. Like, level-wise. They're all, like, half the level they should be. The traceries and stuff. Because that's another cool thing is, yeah, you, not only do you upgrade your weapon, but then you can upgrade your tracery level, and then, you know, you get more damage that way as well. It's stuff like when I can get, like, 55% extra... Was it Feint Attack? I think I had, like, 55% Feint Attack damage from a legendary one. Which is just kind of crazy. Because Feint Attack already does quite a lot of damage, and then I'm increasing that by an extra 55%. Is insane. Yeah. So when you've got that stealth and that guaranteed crit from stealth, it's just great. Because I think with the right combination, if you stealth from behind, you get a guaranteed crit and double damage. Sights is a deed, not a quest. You'll have picked it up, it just won't show on your thing because you don't have them auto-show. Hopefully I can do this one properly this time. I really, for some reason, struggled getting the right spot last time. Warden damage is fine. The problem is the lag indirectly nerfing it harder than any other class. True. I think Warden is the class worst hit by lag, in my opinion. Yeah, stuff like exploit weakness also helps, right? So there's a lot you can get out of that. Kind of crazy. I've actually not played Burglar in the last couple of days. I've actually been trying to sort out my Minstrel. I think it's only like 3% with what I've got right now, but I think there's room for improvement. I mean, damage is damage at the end of the day. You get more. You get more. I think it's just very satisfying when you one-shot an enemy, you know? And then I like, even if this is a group, I like one shot and then I use double-edged strikes and I'm like good. It's just very appealing. I think I'm going the right way. Pretty sure. This is, I never did this way. I kind of did it a bit more scuffed the original time. So hopefully this is going to go correctly. I think I've done it. I think I've gone the wrong way. Right. I guess we'll just work it out. I remember I did really struggle with this one. Finding the bottom lower one for some reason I just couldn't do. Hopefully we're fine this time though. Oh, I think you literally just have to go buy it, right? I could be wrong. I thought there's a thing you actually had to, like... Ah, there it is. I'm so dumb. Don't judge me. I'm not clever. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, like I said, I've been doing my my mini recently. I am tempted to then go to Lawmaster after. I think the two classes I have not spent a lot of time with is Lawmaster and Captain. And those are two that I do want to spend more time with. I think... I know I said it was my goal for this year, but with the legendary changes, I don't think it matters as much. Like, once I heard about the legendary item changes, I kind of changed my thought process on it. But my original plan was by the end of this year, I wanted to get to level 100 on all my classes, and then I moved servers, so that kind of also didn't help. But the idea would be that I want to get all my characters to like 130 by next year, by the end of next year. I think that's doable. I found it. I'm going to be really done with this. Actually, no, I'm not going to go down the stairs. I think 130 is a good... Like, ideally, I'd like to get more to max. I think 130 is a good, just like not max, but not too low. And then we're only like one expansion behind. I mean, I've got 51 character slots. Though I haven't really made new characters recently. I should make more Bjornings. I was tempted last night when I came home. I was like, kind of wanted to just delete all my Bjornings and restart. But I never did. Where are you, Lindrel? Where did you go? You just kind of ran off. I'm just gonna stand here. You're lost? Where? What? You didn't turn around when I turned around, did you? I'm guessing. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. To be fair, these stairs are a bit tucked away. You can't really see them very well. Here. Right here. Behind you. Behind you. Right here. Right here. Right here. Stairs down here. Tucked away. Difficult to see. Even I didn't see him. Originally. Yeah. How dare you not know this place like the back of your hand, Ghost? I am very offended of this fact. That you don't know this area, which is your first time being here. Let's go find some more goblins. And orcs. Whichever works. Both work. Where have you gone? You keep running off. Stuck in combat. You can move. You should be able to kill stuff probably quicker than I can at the minute. Actually, no, my damage should be up now. Because my weapons are the same level as yours. Actually, I'm really interested in seeing what your damage versus mine is on weapons. Okay. So you actually... Because you're mostly... I'm melee and you're... like, bow damage. Technically, you've got higher weapon damage than me. Also, you have 2 weapons with damage. I don't, which is just sad to know. Oh, also, you hit 131 now, right? So, did I need to go get you the 131 book as well. I need to craft you one of those up. That shouldn't take long, though. I'll just give you a little bit of extra morale. Nice. That's what I said when you're pretty much a whole level ahead of me for the most part with this. But soon I'll be 140. %. I mean, Palpatine will be 140 soon, and then it'll be Reneborn. But the thing is, I don't know if I wanted... It's much like when I said about doing Moria back to back to back. I don't know if I necessarily want to do Gundabad like 5 times in a row. So I might stagger my characters out a little bit. Like, obviously, I've got, you know, Palpatine 137, Reneborn 131. Then we'll also have... what else will we have? So we'll also have... what am I trying to say? Yeah, so Palpatine 137. Well, Tarvelad 140, Palpatine 137, Reneborn 131. We've got Afka with 122 at the minute. and then I've got Skarshu at 88. Then I've got Kestor at 52. So I'm kind of like staggering things out a little bit, so I'm not just repeating the same content over and over again, like directly after each other. But that will eventually change, right? I just have to do all the same quests back to back to back to back to back on every character. But I'll probably just sort of focus, like if I do all of Gundabad on one character, for example, and then I come back and do all of Gundabad on a different character, by the time, like the beginning quests, I'll have forgotten about by the time I'm doing the end quest at 140. So, yeah. Speaking of 140, we have to spend 160 silver. Because we're going to have to go back to Maya Grind. Give me a sec. Yeah, so if... Come on. Where are you? I can't move. The lag. It's terrible. Okay. Look at it. I was going to suggest something. Ow. My shoulder. Okay. So what I was going to say, Ghost, if you go to... you can travel to my house, right? I'm pretty sure. Right? Is that a thing? Yeah. Go to my house, and then I'll come with you. Then we can pick up the buff, and then we can get back here, because I've got the thing in my garden. When the game wants to work. Ow. I literally cannot lift my shoulder. Why is this so bad? I hate it. Yeah, the lag is not fun. So I was going to say it anyway, that we're probably... I'm not feeling too great, as I sort of mentioned earlier, about kind of my vision being a bit fuzzy and I couldn't read stuff and focus on stuff. That plus a combination of the game being incredibly laggy, I think it's best that I don't particularly want to. I'm not too happy about it, but I think it's just best ultimately for me to just take a little bit of a break and stop the stream. Unfortunately, early. Gone a little bit longer than I'm trying to push through it. But I think it's best I just rest up a little bit. Okay, we're finally there. Damn. Now I just gotta wait for yourself. But we'll leave Ghost ready to do Gundabad quests. Yeah. It's another reason why I'm just like, now's probably a good time for me to just not,
Could you help me with something?
you know.
What can I do for you?
But if you come over here, grab your VIP jug thingy, and then... I don't know, I think I'm probably just gonna farm. Well, it's not farming. I've got to process a load of Minas Ithil farms. Gonna get me a little herbs. Gonna get me a bit of money, and then also I can just kind of hopefully get away from the lag in my house and make some money as well. But we've got that, and then if we come back this way... and go to the light from Gundabad. You should also have one of these, which is lovely. Or just wait for yourself. There we go. Yeah, I've got well, if you want to put one at your house, so you've also got it, and then I can also put another one. You get that from the Ultimate Bundle of Gundabad. So with each of the Ultimate Bundles, since Mordor, you get a housing item that you can place down. So I got the door, the Mordor door, the War of Three Peaks table you can get, and also this. But we need to go back to Mayagrind, however you say it. Yeah, if you put one at your house, so you've got it, and then I'll put one with, like, I don't know, Feyrand on there in the house. But now you can use it, because you have to complete chapter 5.1 in order to use it, which was the first one we did. So it's not difficult to get there, it's just there is a quest requirement more so than a level requirement. There is also a level requirement, I think. Well, technically, the level requirement comes from being able to do the quest, right? So, oh, come on, Ghost, how are you so far away? Damn, it's not like there's a load of lag causing you to struggle to get from A to B or anything. There's Lindrum. Just blame it on the lag. It'll be fine. But we'll come in here. We'll get ourselves another tracery thing. And we got some, like, more quests. If you want to open up your... You should have 2 of these tracery things now. Do you want to just open them up and see what you get? And then we'll see if there's one that you can put on your weapon. I unfortunately can't see your weapons. But, I should know if something's useful or not. Focus bow critical multiplier? That sounds like something I'm pretty sure you have. Yeah, you do. You have that on your, Yeah, I can see it in the thing. Swift bow damage. Yeah, so you should have both of those on your bow. I was saying I can see it in the Fellowship chat. Oh, sorry, on your sword. Your sword has focus bow critical multiplier, so you just want to overwrite that one. And that will give you, like, an extra 10, 11,000 crit. You do lose a bit of critical multiplier, but that crit is useful. And then you should also have the swift bow damage, but I don't know if that's on your bow or if it's on your sword. But I would to guess. So you want to go to your thing and you want to I can't remember how to do it. Is it shift? Yeah, so you want to shift double click on your sword and it'll bring up this menu, or drag it in here. And then just drag it on. So I've got ferocious, like, you know, for example, let's say my Ferocious Strikes cooldown was this one. I would drag it on top and then just be like, yes, I want to swap. And then I want to try one thing, and then I'm probably going to finish off the stream at like 2.5 hours, which is roughly nowish, but... I want to see how this works. So you got to do it. So hover over this and then shift and double click. Or if that doesn't work, take it, drag it to this little flame icon, and it will bring up the menu for it. On the weapon, not on the tracery. We got it. So you got your focus bow critical multiplier. It should overwrite your existing one. And then you also have swift bow damage, which you should also have on your somewhere. Let's have a look. I should know where stuff is, right? Because you've got the same legendary items as I do. So you should have swift bow damage on your sword as well, I think. Yeah, swift bow damage is on your sword and should also be... Is it? I think we did your thing opposite of the way we should have. That's fine. It's not a huge issue. Oops. It'll be on your bow. Turns out I did that backwards. Either that or it's changed recently. But the bow, your sword has your bow stuff and your bow has your sword stuff. Not that it matters because you're not going to be switching bows and swords constantly. As long as they're all there, it doesn't really matter. But yeah. But it should be on your bow. Problem is I can't see all your bow. I can only see 3 of them. Cool. Final thing before we finish. I want to try doing a school at Tham Mirdain. Can you just transfer fellowship to me? Because apparently I'm not the leader. I thought I was, but... Cool. I want to try one of these with the 2 of us and see if we can still get 131 traceries. If we can, it'll be really interesting to try and do this at 131 or 132 or what have you with Carvelard as well, because the gear then can go to you, because it'll be all agility gear. We'll see how that goes. Could kind of be interesting. And you should also be getting experience for this. And that should help you. Not going to level you up necessarily, but it'll certainly help things. Okay. I'm just going to wait for my stuff to... Probably not. Yeah, I've been having real bad luck with actually getting teals, and I don't know if it's just me. So I also want to test that out. But hey, you got Heraldry of the Sparrow. That's actually, I think, really useful. I think that's what you want. Yeah. So overwrite that one on top of your, like, whichever, your bow or your sword. It's up to you, but that's actually really useful for you. I'm actually kind of a little bit jealous. Not that I need it right now, but I'm jealous that you got something useful. See, look at your morale. It's just increased to 271,000. You've gone up like 30,000 morale today. Yeah. That's my point. See how useful it is going to upgrade these traceries? Something we can do for you is just try and... Because they're all 131s now, you could probably try and just... Other than your legendary upgrading further at 136, sorry. We can try and get you all these teal traceries if we do like a little bit of farming. If you get some free time. Whatever. I wish there was a way you could like auto join instances or whatever, because imagine you could do it where like I could just farm it for you essentially, and you just would auto accept. You just kind of run around. Right, let's see if we get any teals. It shouldn't matter. Hey, so you can get teals. Just res. You should be fine. I'm actually so jealous of you. You want to put that Ascendant Lightning on your sword. Or bow, whichever. You have 4 Ascendant Lightnings. You want to overwrite one of them with the one you've just got. Fight on critical chance buff. Interesting. What else did you get? You got a dexterous mace. Compared to your sword. Yeah, you definitely want to equip the mace over your sword as well. That'll also increase your morale quite a bit. It might even get you at more morale than I have soon. Yeah, that one. You want to switch that one for the mace, yeah. So you want to switch that potent dexterous mace that you should have. And put that on there. And then if you haven't yet, put the Ascendant Lightning, as I said, on... I think you put it on your bow, I assume. Yeah, cool. Okay, I want to try something real quick. So if you leave here. Right, let's leave the door. I want to try something. So leave the door and then join me for this one. So it's one of those things where I kind of forget that I'm feeling off, and I kind of get super into doing something. Mostly to help you, because it's clearly not giving me any benefits, sadly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset that instance, and then I'm going to bring my hunter with me. And then if I get another drop, that means you get like 4 drops, potentially. Okay. And then we want to leave this one, like just straight away. I'm gonna join in on Tarvelard real quick. Tarvelard is then going to join you and do that instance at 131 again. I probably should have done it at 132 since you're so close, apparently. But I don't know your percentage of the way through or whatever. I just think if you're going through Gundabad, you probably want every advantage you can get. And especially, like, solo, sorry. It just... Not because you would struggle, but I think for your peace of mind, if you have, like, 300k morale, I think you would benefit, like, mentally benefit from that better than myself, for example. So my plan is, if I go and do a 131 with my hunter, I get hunter gear, you get hunter gear, I trade over the hunter gear, and then all your stuff gets upgraded. Because if you're still running a ring from the 120 gear, like that's 2 expansions worth of increased gear stats and stuff. So invite Lindral. I'll let you feel like that.
Thom Mirdine was once a pinnacle of learning during the age of the Noldor, but it has now fallen into disrepair and is overrun by the minions of Saruman, who seeks greater knowledge of the rings of power.
Just a couple of hunters hunting some hunts, and as I don't know. We'll only do this one, though. We're not gonna do like 100 of these. Though maybe eventually. I mean, if I've already got to be farming traceries, then I don't see why you also can't do that, you know? Because we're both going for the same traceries. Unfortunately, we can't trade them, but... Let's see what you get. I don't know if that axe is better than your thing. An exemplary evasion is pretty terrible. No, I think yours is better for the minute. So we'll attack all these, but don't attack the main boss. I want to try and focus on him with my first hit, and then you can shoot him. Just so he focuses damage on me. Because he might kill you. His damage is super OP. Not super OP, just awkward. Okay, so don't attack this guy until I attack him. Just to be safe. And you should also get some experience in this. As I said, I don't know how much, but hopefully enough to kind of push you over that edge. Right, now you can attack him. Cool. Easy peasy. Let's see what you get. Hopeful. So I got a necklace. You got empowered parry. So do I not get it because I'm not doing 140? Is that why? Do I have to do like a 140 instance to get these? That would suck if so. I think this necklace is better than yours though. I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark and say that. Two times more and you level up. Do you want to get to level 132? And get a bit of gear. And then I will leave. I will take my leave. I guess that'll get us to like 3 hours, which will make me feel less bad about leaving early, you know? I did get upshot damage, which is a thing I need, right? Do I not have upshot? Up. Give me a sec. Oh, it's on my single target weapon? Let's have a quick look. Sorry, I'm just briefly checking something. Upshot damage. Oh, that's a no-brainer. It's not gonna help me now, but yeah. Anyway. Let's go. Oh, maybe because these are like... I don't know, actually. I wonder how it works. Wonder if I get a teal from doing this. Because as I said, I didn't get any last time. Okay. I might just reforge my weapon and not worry about the name. Do I care that much about the name? Probably not. And will it help me with this? Probably. Screw it. I don't know how much damage I just went up. Probably not by much, but... Actually, I can compare directly to you, I think. If I put my damage there and then look at your bow. I went up like 300. Not terrible, but not... Like, damage is damage. At the end of the day. If I can get through these just that little bit quicker, you know? I've got no focus whatsoever. Oh no, I don't want to use Heartseeker. Oops. Yeah, I really need to get my single target bow sorted and then use that as my, like, thing for here. Distracting shot, cooldown, and resistance reduction. Pretty useless. What did you get, though? Focus bow critical multiply. Didn't we already switch that one out? I think we did, right? Yeah, okay. So just deconstruct that one, really. Let's be honest. Get the ancient script and then use it to buy the ones you want to get, you know? Red just has more damage, and at the end of the day, the only difference is I just have to stand still, which a lot of the time I ended up doing. From my point of view, I said, if I'm going to try and participate more in a raid stuff, red is more expected. So it's better for me to get used to that and it not be just like I'm only doing it once in a while. And I actually really enjoy red. I'm not actually as much of a moving around person anymore, so it just kind of works out better for me as well. Also, it's just a lot more like resources when it comes to red compared to blue. So works out better. Okay, I really want a teal from this. I haven't got a teal drop on this character yet. I don't know why I don't get it. Induction bow damage, though. That's nice. I think you've already got that one, though. Wait, was this... Was this quest, yeah, 132. Oh. Yeah, I don't actually get teals from this anymore. And I don't know if that's just because I'm 140 or how that works. Because everybody else gets them. Like, all my other characters still get teals and Ghost is still getting teals. But why don't I get teals, huh? Huh? It's funny, if this goes the way it's going so far, Ghost, Lindral will probably be more powerful than Tarvelard if I don't sort out my legendaries. Because you'll have teals and I won't, and then you'll just have... Like, the agility will be the same, it's just the, like, induction bow damage compared to mine will be different. Yours will be 35 versus my 31.5. Which, you know, doesn't sound like a lot, but at the end of the day, it is. Right, if we do this one, then supposedly you're going to level up. Is that correct? You weren't here. Yeah, so I need to. Why can't you travel? Have you not got the thing in the bottom right? Wait, hover over it and what does it say though? Over travel now. It will hover over it and it will say why you can't travel. Okay, are you back at your house? Oh, wait. Okay, close it and then reopen it. If it thinks you're still in the thing, it will do that. So close the window and then go down to the thing and then reopen that. If not, we'll just change it to 133 and then do a new one. It's probably just the game lagging, to be honest. Are you in it? Are you out of it? You're still in a private encounter according to this. So you just got in. Now you're out. Right? Okay. Let's just run it at 133. Guys are a little bit more powerful. I'm just trying to find the threshold at which I can start actually getting gear myself. Not gear, but tracery, legacies. Nope, traceries, that's the right word. And then if all goes well, this should also level you up. Because we're doing a higher level, we get more experience. Or rather, you get more experience. It'd be funny if, because I don't gain any, if you gain, like, double XP. Obviously, that's not how it works. And will never be how it works, but... it'd be funny. Nope, don't want a Heartseeker. I keep nearly doing that. Not the plan. Ooh, I got a mace. I will give you that mace to hold on to for when you hit 133, and then if you don't get a weapon upgrade in that time, at least you have that. Hey, look at you leveling up. So proud of you guys for leveling up. You got Cry of the Hunter bubble, which I feel sorry for you for getting because it's pretty terrible. But that's not a huge problem. Okay. Same thing as before. As soon as I fire my first shot, then you can start firing. Also, each one of these enemies is giving like enough for one of the horse travels, so you can worry a little bit less about the amount of gold that you have. And go. Cool. And I'm probably going to get nothing out of this. Woohoo, but I got an earring. I guess the earring's nice. You got a ring. I don't know if it would necessarily be better than the ring. You probably want to switch Bilbo out with that. Actually, you probably don't. I don't think it's worth it. Just the essence slots thing. But then let's have a look at these. I'll give you this earring. And then you can swap that out if you don't get another one in the meantime. And I'll give you the mace as well, because why not? But now you're 132. Congrats. Congratulations. You... Oh, that much closer to beating me. Probably, I don't know. It doesn't let me get heals, and it's really starting to get on my nerves. It can't just be pure unluckiness. I refuse to believe that. So, yeah. Thingies. All the ones you've got remaining, the traceries, just deconstruct them using the flame. And then you'll just get a few more ancient script. I would ask for them if you could trade over, but I unfortunately can't get them traded, can I? So just means I need to get another hunter that's 131 and start farming this and then trade those over. That's all I need. Maybe I should have an Ennis for eel. Maybe. I want to spar. Can I spar in here? No, I'm gonna come to you and I want to spar. As our final thing before the end of the night. No, I want an actual spar, not like a... what I did before with Tar-Valard. Which did happen, if you remember. I did one-shot you with Tar-Valard. But that was when I was 106 and you were 130. But that's only because you let me set it up. If you let me set it up, I can guarantee that I'm going to one-shot you, but near enough. I can do like 1 million damage in one shot. But... this will be a legit just fight. Oh, watch out for that. Because that's just, yeah, you've cancelled our match. You got to come over here so you don't get attacked by enemies that are just going to respawn on you. Well, that went better than expected. I mean, you did also technically kill me, right? It was just very delayed. I did Rain of Arrows for a crit for 5.5 or 558,000. But you Yeah, hit me on Heartseeker Bleeds. Let's just put down a campfire. And then we'll try that again. I guess if you're Heartseeker, I'll Heartseeker. Let's see who out Heartseekers each other. Would you look at that? It's almost like Heartseeker's strong or something. It's essentially down to who can press the button quicker. You know? Except you did it with, I assume you did Camouflage, Burn Hot, Improved Focus. Right? I'm guessing you did the proper setup? Or did you just luckily crit? I don't know. Oh, okay. So I just got a normal hit for 400k. You critted for 1 million. Like I'm tempted. Don't attack me. I just want to see something. Yeah, don't attack me. I just want to see how much I can do with all this. $1.6 million damage. Nice. Well, I think that answers our question, that's for sure. That essentially it's just a case of who can click the button quicker at the minute. I think with that I still would have... Yeah, if we had the same gear and we had fought just a second ago, I would have not killed you and you would have killed me. Because let's say you had... Let's say we both had 500,000. I only did 400,000, whereas you did 1 million. So, I think if I didn't play Tal'Dalad and you continued playing Lindrel and leveled up and stuff, then you would eventually be stronger. But that's not going to happen, is it? No. What is going to happen, though, is I'm going to finish off for the evening. Yeah, a little incentive for you to continue playing through Gundabad. I'm gonna just chill out. As I said, I wasn't feeling too well. It kind of goes in and out of waves, so that's fun. Gundabad's fun, so try and enjoy yourself. If not, I can always pop around and give you a hand with some kills and stuff. I'm sure Renaborn can catch up and stuff like that. And you should have a little bit of an advantage because of all those traceries you've just got over me. I do need to upgrade Renaborns and Palpatines. But anyway, yeah, I think that will be it for us this evening. Unfortunately, a little bit earlier than normal. Hopefully, I can find some time to stream, maybe in the mornings or just late nights here and there. But yeah, I think it's just best that I get a little bit of rest. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.